Hey guys, Baz86 here, back with you doing another stream on PGA Tour 2K25. Last time we left off, we did the Bass Open Minor Tournament and won that. So now we're on to the Open Tournament, or the Open Championships. And without further ado, let's jump on in. Here comes the intro to this wonderful course.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the historic Royal Portrush Golf Club in Northern Ireland, our opening round coverage of the Open Championship starts right now. I'm Andrew Catalan alongside Rich Beam and Luke Elvey, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy following the action on the course. And Rich, this week the Open Championship has come back to Royal Portrush Golf Club in Northern Ireland. Of course, the site of Shane Lowry's dominant victory in 2019. Take us through what makes this such a demanding layout.
I think it's just the fact that this golf course is so complete. To me, this is the perfect golf course. I think it's the best golf course in the world. It's got a mixture of fun, simple, easy holes, and it's got its collection of hard, complex holes that you can't figure out the first time you play it. In fact, you can't figure it out the 50th time you play it. This golf course is absolute perfection.
Let's get down to the first hole.
All right then, let's tee off.
Wow, what a swing. Let's go down to Henny.
This is playing long, it's uphill.
Not super tight, but a makeable putt. 13 feet to the cup. Henny, how tricky is this one?
This one is breaking left to right. This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
That's the way you start a round. An opening hole birdie.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
Here's a look at the second hole, a par 5.
And a great opportunity to get your round started with a birdie.
That is a big-time drive.
You know, Andrew, I think he's going to go for this one.
Oh, just leaking ever so slightly. Awesome.
Aggressive play on the par 5, and it pays off.
Two big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
If this goes in, it's going to be so satisfying.
Oh.
Well, now still a lot of work to be done. Big opportunity here, a putt for birdie. He is moving up the leaderboard as we move on to the next hole. Here's a look at the third hole, a par 3.
Shortest little par 3, but lots of dangers surrounding this green.
This is a 9-iron on the way. That was right on target. Okay, that's going to play. This putt from a good distance away. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
Just a smidgen to the right, this one.
This starts on a really good line. Oh, I like the looks of this. Yes! As we head to the next hole, our featured player is currently tied for first. Here's the fourth hole. It's a par 4.
Challenging tee shot right here, out of bounds, comes in close down the right-hand side. A couple of menacing bunkers down the left. From there, your second shot goes into an opening. Anytime the flag is placed on the left-hand portion of the green, you will not be able to see the flag stick. This is a strong hole.
Sitting at 3 under. Going with 8-iron here. Target practice with these approach shots, just like that. This putt is from 10 feet. And it drops. That's the 4th birdie of the day.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
And as we move to the 5th, it's a par 4.
So many different ways of challenging this hole, but if the winds are favorable, give her a go.
Now 4 under par. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup.
Oh,
Putting for a par here. The putt drops, and we're moving on. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. The 6th is a par 3.
When the pin is all the way back here, hit it into the center of the green. Really difficult, challenging hole.
Not a bad play, that one. This putt is from 14 feet.
This is for birdie.
John, have you got a good read on this one?
And I think this one's going to go right to left.
Ooh.
An opportunity to make a par here. And down it goes. Let's head to the next.
Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is tied for the lead. Rich, talk to me about the Open Championship, some of those moments that you'll never forget when you played.
Well, I'll never forget the first one that I played in 1999 at Carnoustie is what they called it back then. And I thought that I was ready. I was playing great going into the tournament, and all of a sudden it was just diabolical. I'd never seen a golf course this hard in my life. I felt pretty good about shooting a couple of scores in the 80s. And didn't feel disappointed whatsoever. But I also said, if this is how it is every year, I want no part of it because I'm nowhere near good enough to contend ever. Obviously, that's not how it goes. But I got to say, the first Open Championship at Carnoustie was my most memorable in not such a positive-ish way.
This one is 5 feet away. one drops. It's the 5th birdie of the round. Here's a look at the par 4 8th hole.
If you find the fairway off the tee, birdie is definitely a possibility.
This one appears to be fairway bound. This shot from about 110 yards away. Wow, another shot on the green. We've seen that a lot today.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Another birdie goes in. That's 2 in a row.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
The closing hole on this opening 9 is a par 4.
Yes, not long, but back in the prevailing wind most times. Missing it down the left-hand side. The rough is nasty, and the berms are atrocious. You find the bunkers where you're going to make bogey anyways. The second shot back into the breeze. No bunkers surrounding this green, but a low spot out to the right.
Never easy out of the rough, but that was well executed. On the green, that's always mission number 1. This putt, and we'll have a new co-leader. Down to Henny.
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup. Oh, I like the start line on this one.
Oh.
Left now.
Well, a par would look really good on the scorecard right now. That one drops. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. The 10th hole is a par 4.
No fairway bunkers on this tee shot as it doglegs from left to right. As you turn to the right and make your way towards the green, it is a very narrow green, but with plenty of distance in it. You can make birdie if you find the right section of the green. If you do not, though, 3 putts will happen.
Okay, we've got about a 140-yard shot here. And just 1 shot back.
And there is a golf shot. Look at this.
Amazing approach into the 10th and a birdie putt on the way.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
And as we take a look at the updated leaderboard, our featured player is back in the top spot.
Here we are at the 11th, a par 4.
Converted from a par 5 into a par 4. This hole is brutal.
That should find the cut stuff. Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. His second shot here. Playing the draw shot here. Wow, what a shot.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Still in the lead now after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
Long straightaway par 5. It's a nice reprieve after a tough stretch of holes.
Attaboy, good shot. Playing this shot from about 180 yards. That's well played. Pin high. This part of about 6 feet coming up. a putt that. What an eagle. As we now move to the next hole, he has a 4-shot advantage. The 13th is a par 3.
Straight down the hill, dotted with bunkers, both left, right, and center. This green chases away from you just slightly.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. 16 feet to the cup. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's hard to even stand straight on this slope. Big right to left break.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Currently 10 under for the round. Welcome to the tee of a par 4.
And a really difficult tee shot here. Do not hit it right in the bunker or left in the bunker. Avoid both of those, and you have a second shot that plays uphill with runoffs once again going in all directions. The worst miss you could have is left in that greenside bunker.
This lie's not great. He's going to fade this one.
Nice out the rough here.
This is a lengthy putt here. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
A good look at par here.
And now that finds him in first place.
To 15, a par 4.
Finding the middle of the fairway is always a good idea, especially here at the 15th.
Oh, look at this soar through the air.
Now this one is a little too far offline. Looks like it's headed to the rough.
And that's just sneaked into the second cut of rough.
Just off the fairway, and what a beautiful shot. The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. All right, going to need this one to save par. Getting set for the next hole. A quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-shot advantage for our leader. 16, a long par 3.
16 gives me nightmares. It is a long par 3 with danger everywhere. You don't ever want to bail it out to the right-hand side and find the middle of that mound, or you'll be making 4 or worse every day of the week.
That's a pretty good shot right there. This putt left for birdie.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
He makes the putt and extends his lead. To 17, a par 4.
Difficulty here is finding the fairway, but if you can, you're going to have one of the best second shot views in all of golf.
Wow, cannot hit it much farther than that. How about the extra roll right here? Wow, he's going to like that one. Here's a putt to get to 12 under par. John, give us a read on this putt.
It's looking like left to right putt on this one.
birdie putt goes in.
I like it. 2 in a row.
As we move on to the next hole, our featured player has a 6-shot lead. The closing hole at Royal Portrush is a par 4.
Bail your tee shot out to the left-hand side, as finding those bunkers is a massive no-no. From there, you're going to have a longish second shot to a green that just has one lone bunker on the right-hand side. Big sweeping mounds on the left, though, will carry it down into a low area. Anything coming up short will be on a flattish area. Pretty easy to get it up and down.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
A lot of ground to cover with this putt. This is looking good early.
That was the line. Oh, no.
And a nice way to finish with a par on the closing hole. Here's a look at the leaderboard at the end of round 1, and he finds himself in first place.
It's been absolutely flawless so far. I cannot wait to see what this player produces tomorrow.
That will do it for our broadcast day. For all of us at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next time.
Well, that's round 1 in the bags. Off to round 2. Let's get the next round underway.
It's time to prepare for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. It's time for the second round of the Open Championship. I'm Andrew Catalan. Thanks for being with us on this beautiful day. And Rich, as we get set for this second round, our featured player is at the top of the leaderboard.
He's got a 3-stroke lead. What more can you say about that? Just a brilliant round of golf, the opening round. Let's see what he can produce.
That's a good one to build momentum on. Second shot here at 1.
Oh, go on. You can do it. The green is right there.
This is the third. Wow, I thought that was going in. And just a tap in left for par. Things are still looking good for our featured player in first place on the leaderboard. John, what does his lie look like?
Well, they ended up in the deep stuff, but the lie could have been a lot worse.
Pulling hybrid out of the bag. on the green in 2. How about that?
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
This one's a tricky one. It should snake out to the right and then come back after that to the left.
Four feet to the cup.
He's got this one for birdie.
What a start for our featured player, extending the lead early.
Oh, that settles the nerves right there. Great stuff.
Stepping on to the par 3 third.
Distance control is of the utmost importance on this shortish par 3. Drawing it in there beautifully.
Overshot it though. Damn it.
A tough break there. Just getting into that second cut of rough.
This has a chance to go in.
Oh.
Here's the tap in for par. And after that hole, our featured player is in first place. Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 fourth.
A couple of menacing bunkers down the left-hand side. Second shot is of the utmost importance if you want to make birdie.
This is a bomb. All right, Henny, what does this look like?
Sitting up here from about 160 yards.
Watch this one closely.
Oh.
That is a fantastic shot. A near tap in. A tap in for birdie. You gotta love it. The putt goes in and the lead continues to grow.
Setting the tone early in this round.
To par 4, the 5th hole.
If the winds are favorable, tee it high and let it fly. A wide open fairway out to the left-hand side as you get closer to the green. A wide opening for your second shot, giving you endless opportunities to get your second shot close. A very long green at 45 yards.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 18 feet from the cup.
Starting out to the left. Watch this one though. It's going to come back.
3 feet to go here to the hole. Holding steady in first place after that one. Here we are at the 6th hole.
No bunkers surrounding this green right here, but don't let that fool you. Plenty of runoff areas on all sides of this green. Tough hole.
Club up. I like this play.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? A par putt on the table. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Sitting at minus 14 now for the event.
An opportunity here with a par 5.
Even though it's a par 5, it is not an easy hole.
That's how you take on a par 5.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and getting rewarded for it.
Henny, how tough will this putt be?
This putt goes downhill and breaks to the right.
That was close.
No.
This putt for a birdie. The putt goes in, and that cushion is getting wider. As we check out how things stand, our leader has a 6-shot cushion. Wow, that was launched. Setting this one up from about 100 yards away. All right, we can work with that. Got some work to do with this putt. Right on line, but just misses.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Quick glance at the leaderboard, and he is up by 6. Over to hole number 9. It's a par 4.
A menacing hole indeed. Usually plays right back into the teeth of the wind.
Yeah, I like that. That's okay there. That's a safe shot. Okay, some distance here. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
Love it or hate it, it's a downhill left to right putt.
Nope.
Come on. This putt is for par, and it would be a big one. That putt goes in. Time to make a move. Okay, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 5-shot advantage for our leader.
I think that's in the rough. Yes. It is.
This one will not be easy.
Birdied this hole yesterday, but totally different circumstances today.
That rough was not easy. Well played. That's a great position to be in after that approach. This putt from 5 feet away.
Little birdie look in here.
Another birdie on the scorecard. That's 4 for the day.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
This is an impossible drive back into the breeze with just a sliver of fairway to be found.
Here we have the second shot into the 11th. Good shot shape, this one. Fade ball flight.
Overshot.
Club too many.
Overshot though.
That was wonderfully done. This putt is from a long distance. And he's down there. You got a read?
A tricky little slider here. Downhill, moving to the left.
Oh, this has got a nice looking roll on it.
Better.
Go to your home. Oh, that's a great looking putt. And that should secure the par on this one. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Here we are on the 12th, a par 5.
Avoid all the bunkers with your tee shot and go find yourself a birdie.
Oh, I thought we were going to get a better bounce than that.
That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
From the center of the cup, it's 44 feet.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. Hole number 13, a par 3.
Good news, it's got a massive green complex as it's dotted by bunkers all around.
Oh, that is a thing of beauty. And choosing the 8-iron here. Now this putt to get to 18 under par. Well, our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Pretty sure this looks like it's going to the left.
It's pretty handy here. This has got some intent. And makes it. What a bomb. Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
And after that, now sitting at 18 under par for the event. It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole.
A strong tee shot, a strong hole all around. 4 is definitely a great score here.
Much appreciated to those coming into the stream. I'm sure you'd want to be playing this rather than watching it. If you're anything like me, you'd want to be playing it.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, he's got roughly 110 to the pin here.
Well, that looks to be drawing back nicely.
Not going to make the green, though.
This would be a great up and down. Wow, that almost went in the hole. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now, 8 shots in front.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
A gettable hole for the longer players because they could reduce this hole in length considerably.
Oh, that's coming in way too hot. I think that's in there.
Not much good that we can say about that shot.
It may not seem like it, but I think he'll be happy with that from that lie.
That's a wonderfully played chip shot.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Needs this putt to save par and save momentum. after that hole, still in front on the leaderboard. Time now for a par 3.
Hit your tee shot out to the left-hand side and take your chances getting it up and down from there.
Just want to get this close. I don't think I have though. Nope. That doesn't work.
Here's the second at 16. "17 feet away from the cup."
Now this is important. This for par.
Henny, how tricky is this one?
I'm thinking a little left to right here.
That starts off on a good line.
And that's in there for par. Our featured player continues to lead the way, up by 9. That is an absolute missile. That was such a pure swing.
So it's in the rough though. Yep.
And we're looking at the second shot on 17. This one is right at it. Okay, nothing spectacular, but safe. Henny, tell us about this putt.
Yeah, guys, he's looking at around 17 feet.
So close. Here's the par putt.
It may be short, but it's not cute. There's a lot of break in this.
All right, that one is behind us. Our featured player likes the way the leaderboard is shaking out, currently in first place. Wow, got absolutely all of that one. Looks like about a 170-yard shot required here.
Wind moving the golf ball left to right. Oh, just drifting in there with a little bit of fade on it. Lovely.
Just a little bit off on that shot.
Well, they tried to fade it in there, but just didn't commit to it.
That's really a beautiful chip shot. Needs this one in order not to drop a shot. And the finishing touch on a busy day on the course.
Nice to have a bogey-free scorecard. That's what you aim for, if possible.
Halfway through, and they are in first place entering the weekend.
It's been absolutely flawless so far. I cannot wait to see what this player produces tomorrow.
It's been a great day. We thank you for joining us. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you soon.
On to the next round. See how we get on with this one.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back for the third round of the Open Championship. Welcome back, Andrew Catalan here. Pleased to have you back with us. Well, it's already been a great start to the event, and we're thrilled to have you join us once again here on 2K Sports. I like the looks of this. Okay, Henny, what do you see down there?
You're going to need 1 or 2 clubs more because this green is sitting up.
That's a really nice approach shot.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
This putt is breaking right to left.
That one goes in.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
Here's a look at the par 5 second.
A dog leg from right to left. A trio of bunkers down the right-hand side that you're trying to avoid. From there, second shot goes into a very narrow gap, which leaves you a third shot back up the hill to a green that's slim in size but deep from back to front. A big zone on the left-hand side, a low area that you want to avoid at all costs.
Just try to get this back on the fairway.
What a great shot on the par 5, on and 2.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
You have to be thinking 2-putt with how far away this one is.
How close are we?
Okay, good start. At the junction, it's going to indicate right.
How did that not go in? A tap in left for birdie. Extending the lead. That is the way you do it.
That is definitely a confidence builder.
No change atop the leaderboard. Our featured player still out in front. We have a par 3 here.
Hole 3, just one lone bunker there, a short left of this green, but lots of runouts on short, left, right, and long. Distance control is imperative to find this green.
That's all right.
The putter can come out now. This putt is 14 feet away. John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
This putt looks like it's breaking right to left.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Our featured player continues to look good out there, currently in first place. And we're on the tee of the par 4 4th hole.
Danger lurking out of bounds off the tee shot. Second shot to a green that can hide.
Need a bounce. Need a bounce to the left.
Look at that drive. He got all of it.
That works.
Let's see what the featured player can do from about 160 out.
That's the way to draw up a nice shot.
Not a bad shot right there. This putt is from 17 feet away.
A little bird tells me this is for birdie.
Starting this one way out to the left.
Nope. Nope.
This putt is for par.
Don't be fooled by the short length. There is still a lot of movement here to the left.
Let's see what happens here at the 5th.
Short par 4 right here. Birdie is definitely gettable.
That is absolutely spot on.
Oh, I needed a better bounce than that. That's doable, that is. In the sense of getting it into the green in one. That's unfortunate.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par.
Oh.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie.
Oh, did that go? That didn't look like it went in. It did.
Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead. And now onto the par 3, 6th hole.
When the pin is all the way back here, hit it into the center of the green. Really difficult, challenging hole.
Oh, great swing there. A perfect little fade. Well, that's a handy shot. Hasn't managed to birdie this hole this week. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
It's a little tricky to see. It's not a straight putt. There is a bit of right-hand movement at the end.
Oh, what a putt.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard.
Time now for a par 5, the 7th.
Big bunker on the right-hand side must be avoided off the tee at all costs. A 5 here is really good score.
That's going to work nicely for him. And Rich, we've seen this before. The player was in a similar area yesterday.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today.
This is going to come in very hot. So hot, in fact, that it's going nowhere near the green.
Time now for the 3rd.
I didn't want it to do that.
Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. That is the perfect position to leave it in.
Great touch.
And a 4-footer left.
Gotta try and save the par here.
Our featured player still sits atop the leaderboard. All right, we're moving along to the action at the 8th.
All the danger is down the left-hand side off the tee. If you find the fairway, the green is flat and gettable.
Bit of a scrappy hole, that last one. Hopefully going to recover on this hole.
Play. And Rich, this is a similar spot to yesterday.
Had a good result here yesterday. Hopefully conjure up some more of those good thoughts.
What an aggressive play. This has a chance. There was a game plan there, and that approach was executed nicely.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
This could be a big momentum putt. It's for birdie. As we move on to the next hole, his lead is 10 shots. We're at the 9th. It's a par 4.
Yes, not long, but back in the prevailing wind most times. Missing it down the left-hand side. The rough is nasty, and the berms are atrocious. You find the bunkers where you're going to make bogey anyways. The second shot back into the breeze. No bunker surrounding this green, but a low spot out to the right.
Might be too much here. This one's flying out of the rough.
How about this birdie putt? Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
This is testing. A big right to left slope.
Just getting this baby close.
That one just rolls by.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
It's a double-digit lead for our featured player, up by 10.
Wow, much appreciated for those coming in to watch, even if it's just for a short time. Means a lot. That's alright.
What a beautiful leave right there. A putt from 9 feet.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
This is still on PS Plus if you still want to watch it. What's this? Shot. Cheers, Mats. Cheers, mate. Oh, took my eye off it.
Coming up. Just an empty feeling when you hit an approach shot like that, Rich, but still come away with a par.
And after that, sitting at 24 under par for the tournament. This hole is a long par 4.
Oh!
Probably the most difficult tee shot on this course. A very narrow area out to the left-hand side. Only the biggest hitters can carry that dog leg down the right. From there, you have a green that sits up above the player with one lone bunker on the left-hand side and a huge drop-off on the right.
That was a putt. That was a putt preview. That's what that was called. Bro, put the difficult. Mate, it's on Master. I will put it up for the next tournament. I'll put it to the max, which is Legend. I'll see if I can do it now, but I don't think I can. No. Yeah, I can't change the difficulty of the opponents until the next championship. But I will do. It's at Master right now. I'll put it up to what is it? I think it's Legend next.
Standing over his second shot. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Okay. I didn't see that from the rough.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
Setting up this putt 28 feet from the cup.
This one's starting out to the left. Watch this one swing back.
You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Now with the honour on a par 5.
This is a nice reprieve after a tough stretch. Missed those bunkers down the right-hand side, and going for the green is definitely an option. Again, no bunkers surrounding this green, but some massive runoffs to the right-hand side. The left-hand side would be the best place to miss.
Well, that'll work there. Taking aim from about 180 yards here.
Ah, yes, the gentle fade, the buttercut, if you will.
Well, well played. 7 feet to the cup. How good was that putt? And he's maintained top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. The 13th is a par 3.
Straight down the hill, dotted with bunkers, both left, right, and center. This green chases away from you just slightly.
Going with the 8-iron here. Yeah, that was a safe play. And he's down there. You got a read?
This putt back up the hill, moving to the right.
Nope.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole.
And a really difficult tee shot here. Do not hit it right in the bunker or left in the bunker. Avoid both of those, and you have a second shot that plays uphill with runoffs once again going in all directions. The worst miss you could have is left in that greenside bunker.
Ooh, a little bit to the left. It's not going to stay. Damn it.
Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one. Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
Time for the tee shot on this par 4 hole.
Finding the middle of the fairway is always a good idea, especially here at the 15th.
That's a textbook swing.
I think it's in the rough, though. Yep. It is.
The second at 15. He's got a very long way to go. Man, that was close. Here's a par putt. That one drops. After that hole, he still has the top spot on the leaderboard. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
Bail your tee shot out to the left-hand side and take your chances getting it up and down from there.
Going with 5 wood.
Nope. Nah, I don't know what I was hoping for there.
And the mindset now is to get up and down from here. A chance to save par. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole. As we move on to the next hole, his lead is 9 shots. Oh, flex on that drive. John, you're walking with this group. What can you tell us about the lie?
Well, guys, very deep in this rough. This is gonna take some. This is gonna take some precision engineering to get out of this one.
This one is tracking right at the hole.
Oh.
What a shot. A tap in left for birdie. He makes the putt and extends his lead. As we move on to the next hole, his lead is 10 shots. We've hit the 18th hole. It's a par 4.
Find the fairway on the left-hand side. Hit your second shot a little bit short of the green. Chip and putt for your par.
Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
Setting up here from about 155.
He's a nice
Kenny
bounce.
tells us this is a 9-iron. That's a textbook swing on the approach shot. 5 feet remains. Oh, that's the way you finish. A birdie on the closing hole. He's really going to be happy with this round, finishing the day on top of the leaderboard.
Looking forward to it, Andrew. Could be a fun day.
Well, that'll do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. Have a great night.
All right, on to the next and final round.
Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Welcome back to Royal Portrush Golf Club as we bring you final round coverage of the Open Championship. I'm Andrew Catalan, glad to have you back with us. And Rich, the final round is underway. Our featured player is in first place.
Yes, got the lead, and things looking pretty steady for him. Should be a really good day of golf ahead of us.
This player won their last event. Let's see if that momentum carries on.
Well, it's certainly in their favor, isn't it? Winning breeds winning. It wouldn't surprise me to see them win again this week.
That is great contact out of the rough.
Oh, difficult putt, though.
He's got this left for birdie. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
A huge right to left swinger.
Feet to the cup. The putt goes in, and it's a par to open things up.
Steady as she goes. Nice start.
Let's take a look at the par 5 second.
Yeah, a little dog leg from right to left, a host of bunkers on the right hand side. A birdie is possible, but you're going to walk away happy with a par.
You don't want to go into that second cut.
I thought it was gonna hang on, but nope.
That's okay. We can handle that. That's fine.
This is a hybrid.
In this wind, what that says to me is he struck that good.
9 feet remain.
big, sweeping, hooking putt.
I think we're lucky that one stopped where it did. A birdie putt coming up. This could be a big one. Taking a look at the leaderboard, he's got the lead. Teeing off here on the third.
Shortest little par 3, but lots of dangers surrounding this green.
Let's see if 8-iron was the right club. Not super tight, but a makeable putt. 14 feet to the cup.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Henny, how tricky is this one?
This putt's going to come in from the left side.
Oh.
Close to a birdie. A par putt tap in. Things are still looking good for our featured player in first place on the leaderboard. And now teeing off on a par 4.
Challenging tee shot right here, out of bounds, comes in close down the right hand side. A couple of menacing bunkers down the left. From there, your second shot goes into an opening. Anytime the flag is placed on the left hand portion of the green, you will not be able to see the flag stick. This is a strong hole. Drawing it in there beautifully.
On the green, that's always mission number 1. Henny, how challenging is this putt?
He's looking at 20 foot. This will be a good putt to hole.
Here comes the putt and starting off good. Getting better. And it drops in. And after that hole, our featured player still atop the leaderboard.
Let's go to hole number 5. And it's a par 4.
So many different ways of challenging this hole, but if the winds are favorable, give her a go.
A thing of beauty. Wow, what a shot off the tee. That set up a putt for eagle.
Absolutely sets himself up for an eagle on this hole.
Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
Oh, this is going hard left.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie.
Leading by a phenomenal 12 strokes after that one. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Oh, wow.
So close to going down.
Oh.
Just a short putt remaining here. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
That would have been nice.
Make a statement early and often.
We make our way to the par 5 7th hole.
Deep bunker on the right hand side must be avoided at all costs. Second shot, you're landing it into a very narrow opening, so you got to be careful and not lose your focus. Third shot, straight uphill to a green with a bunker on front right and plenty of runoff areas surrounding it.
Aggressive play on the par 5, and it pays off.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Oh.
The way. This one from 4 feet away. He gets that one to drop. That's his 5th birdie of the day. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 4.
Do not miss your tee shot to the left whatsoever. There's nothing fun about it over there. Out to the right-hand side, you got a couple of bunkers that you want to avoid. The next shot, though, is fairly easy. Even though the green sits above the player, it's pretty flat. Not a lot of movement in this green. A good birdie opportunity.
We can work with that. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
It's just going to cruise up to the left-hand side.
That looked good for a while.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Still in front on the leaderboard. And now teeing off on this par 4.
A menacing hole indeed. Usually plays right back into the teeth of the wind.
This one's heading towards that second cut.
It's headed towards the bunker.
And that's just sneaked into the second cut of rough.
Might not have enough out of the rough on this one. And that one won't find the green.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
He's got this one for par.
So far, so good.
Well done to get that one to go in. And after that hole, our featured player is in first place. Let's see what happens here on the 10th.
Love this hole. No bunkers anywhere. Such a cool feature.
Ooh, absolutely unleashed it.
It's not going to slow down, though. Damn it.
Coming out of the thick stuff.
Hitting it over here in the first place was just awful. I would blame his caddy.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot right there. How about 18 feet to the hole? Henny, how tough will this putt be?
Yeah, this putt's going to just veer off to the right-hand side.
So close. 3 feet to the cup. Okay, moving on to the next. Our featured player still sits atop the leaderboard.
Hole number 11 is a par 4.
Converted from a par 5 into a par 4. This hole is brutal.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. We put a nice little fade on this.
Really controlled the flight there nicely with that wind.
Good look at a birdie here. That's 6 birdies today. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more.
Long straightaway par 5. It's a nice reprieve after a tough stretch of holes.
This shot here near the 200-yard marker.
Puff of breeze moving this golf ball left to right.
Oh, 13-footer coming up here. And he's down there. You got a read?
Looks like this will move to the left-hand side as it goes up the hill.
That's pretty tidy. And he holds another one. And he's building quite a sizable lead here. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Hole number 13, a par 3.
Good news, it's got a massive green complex as it's dotted by bunkers all around. Gotta say, just some of the best rhythm in the game.
Overshot, I think. Yep.
All right.
Disappointing.
Facing a little up and down here to save the par.
Disappointing.
And this would be a great par putt if he can make this. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4.
A strong tee shot, a strong hole all around. 4 is definitely a great score here.
Oh, that is crushed. This is his second shot.
Straight downwind, tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
Nope. I haven't made the green on that one.
It's a little wayward.
Yeah, wind took that one offline in a hurry.
This would be a great up and down.
Ah.
Par putt coming up here. We'll like to look at where he's standing on this leaderboard.
Nice recovery putt.
We've hit the par 4, 15th hole.
A gettable hole for the longer players because they could reduce this hole in length considerably.
Well, bad shot, bad break. Whatever the case may be, that did not work out well. He played that one beautifully out of the rough. Our leader is putting on a clinic out there. 9 feet remaining to the cup. The putt goes in and the lead continues to grow.
Whew, that is some pretty good breathing room out in front by a bunch.
We're on the tee at 16.
16 gives me nightmares. It is a long par 3 with danger everywhere. You don't ever want to bail it out to the right-hand side and find the middle of that mound, or you'll be making 4 or worse every day of the week.
This one would be from downtown. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
You know, it's tough to see, a tricky read, but it's uphill and a left-to-righter.
Nope. No.
That was close. Let's see if the player can manage a par. Okay, on to the next. After that hole, he still has the top spot on the leaderboard. This hole is a par 4.
Love this tee shot. Hit it to the crest of a mound, and from there, it's all downhill from there. I've seen players in the past, as it blows so hard sometimes, take putter down the hill for their second shots. What an incredible view standing from the top of that hill.
Why in
like about that one.
the hell would you take a
second on 17?
Why would you take a putter to that? What? That doesn't seem like it would be a very good shot.
Oh, with shots like that, our leader might be able to walk to the finish line. Henny, you're right there. What can you tell us about the putt?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
Now, this putt for birdie.
Oh, wow.
And just to finish off the par. And after that hole, our featured player still atop the leaderboard. He's made his way to 18 with the lead. Time to get it done. This will play nicely. Second shot here at 18.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Those are the shots you practice at the range over and over, and boy, does it pay off here. This is what you dream about. One putt to win the tournament.
Get in.
Yes. And there's your winner of the Open Championship at Royal Portrush.
What a sensational week here in Northern Ireland.
This can't be a default trophy. It can't be. It's too major to be a default.
Incredible performance, back-to-back wins on tour.
Impressive. Absolutely impressive. Winning breeds winning, but it also takes a lot out of you. So to contend again the week after winning, boy, I'd say this player is something special.
Well, that'll do it for today, folks. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and the entire crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and thanks for watching 2K Sports.
Oh, a nice. What is that? Is that a driver? Yeah, there it is. Alright, that about wraps up this stream. Much appreciated for those being part of it. And I'll see you guys in the next Baz86 live stream. Take it easy. Bye for now.